So, yeah, I was watching the New Earth channel about the Jordan Desert and what she described as kite and circle formations constructed from stones in the area. Then I noticed something interesting. In the images I noticed the circle within a circle, which was often used to depict the mushroom in certain cultural symbolism, especially in ancient history. More recently, you can find this various symbolism concealed still in modern art and architecture. I might show you these images of the more modern designs to give you an idea of where I'm going with this. Okay, so I guess I'll start with Notre Dame. Notre Dame, I don't even know how you say it. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I have noticed something here. I outlined one of the mushroom kind of formations. Yeah, that's Notre Dame. Interesting enough. But how about we go to the Vatican for more? Yeah, here we go. You can easily see that's a mushroom shape. I mean, it's even got the little nodes and stuff that you can see on top there that you usually find on mushrooms. I don't know why they continue this tradition, but it's there. You can see the shape here, and the red and white is very significant too. They seem to be focusing on the fly agaric or Animata muscaria mushroom for some reason. I have no idea why they're doing that, but you can see here there's the colours. You can see those nodes or warts or whatever on those mushrooms I was talking about. Yeah, but what is more interesting, there's another bit of symbology for you. This is the circle within the circle. You can see the gills of the mushroom. I forget where I took this picture from. It's not too bad though. See if we can find some more Vatican stuff that I pulled out. I don't know how much. It's interesting because yeah, if you've seen the pine cone monument in the Vatican City too, it's very symbolic because the fly agaric only grows in the pine forests. I think it has something to do with the acidity of the pine needles. Nothing else really grows there. But you will find the fly agaric mushroom there. I don't know if you consider all these things a coincidence, but I find it very hard to place this in the realm of coincidence. But okay, so now you might have an idea of the symbolism embedded in the current culture stemming from these ancient traditions. Maybe I'll show you another comparison. We have the stone, one of the stone circles in Jordan. I got this straight off the New Earth video. It's a great channel. Should subscribe. But here you can see the circle within a circle, circle within a circle. And you might not straight away see there is definitely a significant similarity there, but there's not just circles. These structures are various shapes, and we'll see that they're all the shape of different formations of mushroom. I don't know why they have done this. Could be under the influence of entheogens, who knows. But let's check out some more Jordanian desert pics. How about we go? Oh, okay. So this is one of the shapes you'll see. I think the lady who did the New Earth video describes this as a kite shape, and we'll probably soon see why. Here we go. There's another shape. Now that's a desert construction that is of gigantic proportion and can only be seen from the air, just like Nazca or something like that. Here's another shape, another perspective of the mushroom. Now this is where it gets interesting. As you can see, it's still the mushroom shape, but we have these pieces missing. Now, if you've ever seen mushrooms in the wild, not down at your local supermarket where they're all pristine and intact, I mean, you will see these pieces missing where animals have eaten them, have taken nice big chunks out of the tasty fungus. I might be able to show an example of something like that. Well, here's just a missing piece to the giant puzzle. Okay, what other parts of the mushroom? Well, firstly, let's look at some more of the desert. There's a absolutely massive stone circle. I mean, why? One must ask, why? Now this, I don't know if you can see this, but this is not a circle or a kite shape, but it seems to resemble the stem. And once again, if you've ever seen mushrooms grow in the wild, and sometimes in the supermarket, you'll find them. They come in clumps, or they end up double stemmed, some sort of mutation. Let's see. There's some more interesting circles. Now these other smaller circles around the outskirts and various parts are quite interesting too. With the various perspectives, I feel that they're including a microscopic perspective in this, where it could be spores, mushroom spores. But let's take our thinking in another direction. So why would they do this? I can offer some half decent theories as to why. I'm sure it goes much deeper. Like I showed at the start, how these certain entheogens have influence over certain traditions, ideologies, philosophies, spiritual notions, perspectives. So you could pretty well assume that the mushroom had an impact on ancient people, especially, and most possibly, probably, the people who constructed these formations. It's not clear how old or when these formations were put together, but we can possibly find some clues. The gigantic size of the mushroom could be one of those clues. First, let's check out some possible fossils of mushrooms. Okay, here we go. We can see the circle within the circle. You can see the outer edge, the pores, or the spores, where they might be kept. I think the spores are all in here, but you can see the edges, just like in the structures of the desert. They're quite prevalent, and if you look closely, they are kind of circular. Let's see what we have next here. Now if you go to that video, the New Earth channel, and you find the Jordanian circle kite video, there is some really demented kind of shapes, and they seem to be resembling fossils, like they're trying to tell you that these stones, the stones themselves, could be fossils of giant mushrooms. I'm pretty sure you've all seen the giant mushroom pics on other channels, and the stone giant mushrooms in the desert, still intact, still completely intact. But in this area, possibly after some cataclysm, and because we know the mushrooms in that area would not grow too well. I mean, it's a desert. These things require heat, but mainly moisture to grow. So, taking that into consideration, and the clues of the fossil, we could be looking at a time when they did in fact grow in the area, possibly tens of thousands of years ago, maybe millions of years ago. Perhaps this is what they wanted to portray in their constructions. Among these various perspectives, if you go into the channel, you'll see there's all these balls. Now these things are called prototaxites, and this is what they look like under a microscope. Now, if you're using certain entheogens, gaining these aerial perspectives might be obtainable, as well as the microscopic perspectives. And if you've ever used entheogens, you'll probably know what I'm talking about with these different perspectives that you can come up with. I could probably go on and on about this. I'll try and keep this short. So let's actually, before I go, I'll just show you some other more ancient incorporations of the mushroom. You can see, okay, we'll start off with the subtle, very, very subtle. Bam, bam, bam. Mushroom shape. That's Osiris, Egyptian stuff. What else have we got here? Just warming up. Okay, this is the opening of the mouth ceremony. And if you can see down the bottom here, a little cursor, a circle within a circle. The food of the gods. I mean, you tell me what that is. What is it? Perhaps the number of them are significant as well. I'm not sure. Then got a few more. Possibly a few more interesting ones that might... Maybe I'll show you just one more. Okay. That's from the tomb of Tutankhamun. As you know, certain entheogens especially only grow in the dung of the cow. I'm not exactly sure why. Perhaps they consume the spores while they're eating the grass and just gets passed through, fertilized, bam. Yeah, you can see that it's definitely a mushroom. It's nothing else. I mean, what could it be? So I think that's all I have to say. I just, because I was watching New Earth, but before the New Earth channel video, I was watching Kindle-E, and that's where I got the idea of the circle within a circle. And I know this symbolism is just, these traditions can be carried on for thousands of years, and I just put two and two together and thought it could make four. I'll probably put the two links, the New Earth and the Kindle-E video, where I formulated my ideas from. About 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes in the Kindle-E video, you'll be able to see some of the ancient images that I am showing you now, even more, possibly less. That's the pine cone I mentioned in the Vatican City. The flag agaric only grows beneath them. Here's some of the various shapes you'll see when you're looking at the desert on that channel, the New Earth channel. You will see that shape, you will see that shape, you'll see that shape, you'll see these demented shapes. This is exactly what you see. This is the kite shape the extremely intelligent lady describes. Her videos are amazing. I mean, it's hard to be 100% with all these things. That's why we all need to kind of look at them ourselves. There's some stone walls, most probably fossilized. Something, I don't know about these rows, they seem to be very rowed up. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, you'll see those triangle shapes too in the stone, always with the stem as well. But every perspective on the mushroom, sometimes it's like you're standing beneath, it's portrayed as though you were standing beneath a gigantic mushroom and looking up at it. So yeah, there's a nice little big, there's the size of these things, who knows how gigantic they actually could have been. As you can see, this is nicely fossilized, and those stones in that desert are just, I don't know, nearly out of place in a way. They're just geodes. This is the, I think that's like a sigil of Amun-Ra, the circle with a circle within a circle. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's, oh, there's another one, yeah. So it goes pretty deep. I mean, take a close look for yourself. I mean, it's interesting because most of the body is underground. I mean, the head pops up. They're coming out of the ground, just like a mushroom would. And you can see those parallels. It's not hard to make the connection if you're thinking in those kind of arenas. There's some more of the demented shapes of the mushroom. So yeah, that's the rocks scattered. It's so secluded you cannot walk there. It's, you could, but oh my god, it's a mission. Yeah, various stone circles. Alright, have a good one.